Looking at this, you may think we were testing the Peugeot 208 GTI, but no, this is the standard 208 model with a new trim they call GT Line, which is basically designed to give those who want a GTI an affordable, sporty looking alternative. Now, this GT Line model was added as part of its 2015 facelift, along with some slightly tweaked front and rear bumpers, but more importantly, the addition of a 3-cylinder turbocharged 1.2 litre petrol, which is under the bonnet of this model. And this new engine forms part of a recent uprise in 3-cylinder turbochargers in the market, with impressive additions from the likes of Ford and Vauxhall. But what can Peugeot's latest edition do? Let's take a look. Peugeot claims that this new 110 brake horsepower 3-cylinder 1.2 litre petrol can deliver all the performance of a 1.6 litre 4-cylinder. Now, at first I was a bit sceptical, but after driving it and once you put your foot down, I was thinking, hang on, this is actually really good. There's plenty of low down torque and it actually delivers peak pulling power in almost half the revs of the naturally aspirated 1.2. You know what, there's not much turbo lag either, meaning you get nice progressive acceleration through the gears. Speaking of gears, we've got the EAT6 automatic transmission, although there is a manual available as well. You know what, this is smooth enough. I mean, it certainly handles any curveballs or overtaking manoeuvres that you're going to throw at it. This version emits 104 grams per kilometre of CO2, which means it's the same to tax as the naturally aspirated 1.2, and it also claims to return an average of 63 miles per gallon. The new 1.2 claims a 0 to 62 miles per hour sprint time of 9.8 seconds, but like many other 3-cylinders, it actually feels faster than it appears on paper. And yes, it does still have the raspy engine note of a 3-cylinder, but at least you get a bit of performance in return. Other aspects of its drive remain unchanged, meaning it's got a comfortable suspension, it's got nice light steering, which is great for pottering about towning, but it isn't as engaging as the Mazda 2 or Ford Fiesta. Right, back to the GT Line trim. As you saw from the outside, it adds a new grille and alloys with some red splashed on them, as well as a chrome exhaust and electrically folding door mirrors. But that red from the outside seeps through to the inside as well. Some nice red detailing on the seat belts, on the side of the doors, and also on the seats, which are sporty bucket style seats. Not quite bucket seats, but definitely worth noting. Other kit on the GT Line trim includes dual zone climate control and all-round electric windows. We've also got the optional sat-nav system, which sits in the middle of the 208's decluttered dash. Now, for those who don't know of Peugeot's decluttering, they basically hoovered most of the main buttons off the dash and plonked them into this touchscreen system, which actually works really well. A few other notes on convenience and comfort. The glove box is pretty small due to the fuse box being next to it. There's decent sized door bins, a rather outdated cruise control toggle, and a shrunken steering wheel, which, to be honest, I'm not usually a fan of, but with this leather wrap on, actually become quite fond of it. Considering how airy the cabin is, the back's actually quite cramped. I mean, legroom is fine, pretty good, but headroom, I mean, you're going to struggle if you're over 6 foot. And when you fold these seats down when it comes to rear storage, well, they do give you a bit more practicality, but there's a large hump here which you'll have to get over, especially if you've got any long items. It can be a bit of a pain. When you fold these seats up, you only get 285 litres, which is slightly behind the likes of the Ford Fiesta and Renault Clio. So, this GT Line model certainly makes the 208 look sportier, so Peugeot has ticked that box. But it will cost you upwards of £16,000 in fact, or if you go for our slightly spec'd up model, over £17,500. Almost makes you wonder, should I just go for the £19,000 208 GTI or even the £17,000 Ford Fiesta ST? But like I said, Peugeot has certainly accomplished what it's set out to do. The GT Line model is an attractive addition to the range. The new 3-cylinder turbo is also very impressive, and I think it's a worthy competitor to the likes of the Ford EcoBoost. So, would you pay the premium for the GT Line model? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. To research your next car and find great deals, visit carkeys.co.uk, and to watch more video reviews, click one of the links on screen now.